Peabo the Fairweather Rider. We're about to get back on this road here to the Cajun State, family. All right, everybody. The soldiers are up, and we're on another 0 Dark 30 mission. This time, our goal is to start while it's dark, even before the sun rises, with the goal of getting to Louisiana back to our home before the sun sets and it starts to get dark. Before I get too deep into a discussion, I want to take this opportunity to thank those who are joining me on my journey. For those of you who are watching this video for the first time, welcome to the Fairweather Rider channel. I am the Fairweather Rider. Some call me Peabo. Sit back, enjoy the ride, and if you're enjoying what you see, I invite you to come back to watch more videos. And if you really enjoy the videos you're watching, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload new videos. I've said before that the goal of this channel is to document my journey to become a better rider. And to become a better rider, I practice the slow speed maneuvers that you see on Robert Simmons' Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle channel. I also do occasional travel, such as what I'm doing right now. And when I get an opportunity to do so, I do product reviews for things that I purchase for me, my motorcycle, or things that are motorcycle related. If you want to see those type videos, come join me on my journey by subscribing to the channel. And if you want to get a dialogue going, leave me a comment. I'll respond to all comments. Now, there is something I want to ask. If you watched some of my previous videos, then you know that one of the main reasons I selected the Pursuit over other options that were available to me is because of the LED lights all around the bike. So I want you all to let me know whether or not I was correct. As you can see, it's pretty dark outside. We're starting this mission at a little after 4 o'clock. It's somewhere around 4:15, 4:20 a.m. I am leading the ride. The light that you see will be my headlights and the driving lights that are located on the lower fairing. So based on what you see, what do you think? Do you think that this Pursuit illuminates the road as well as I think it does? If you do, put it in the comments and let me know. I can tell you this. This is the first motorcycle that I've ridden at night, and I have ridden a few of them at night, where I feel as comfortable as I do because of the amount of light that I'm getting from the motorcycle. So I'm eager to get your opinion on whether or not you believe that this motorcycle illuminates the road as well as I think it does. This is probably part of the reason why I'm leading the ride. It's because this Pursuit put out such great light and it illuminates the road so well. But what do you think? Put it in the comments. In the meantime, I am going to get back into this ride. We have a little over 850 miles to go, maybe closer to 860 or 70. And we plan to make this ride in one day, family. The way that I plan the route, I have about 4 or 5 stops planned before we get to our original meeting location. At some point, we plan to call some of the soldiers that we left behind in Alexandria to see if they want to meet us somewhere. That way, those soldiers can also take advantage of the opportunity to get some of the miles that are required to remain active as a member of the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club. I'll check back in with you guys a little later when I get closer to our first stop, but for now, I'm putting miles on this Indian Pursuit.
Welcome to South Carolina.
Did y'all see that little bit of Welcome to South Carolina sign? And this is on the interstate. If my GPS wouldn't have told me Welcome to South Carolina, I might have missed that. The sign letting me know that I'm about to approach the first rest stop in the state of South Carolina is about 3 times the size of the sign that welcomes commuters to South Carolina. Oh well, next stop, Georgia. We got about an 860 some mile road trip back to the Cajun State. Just to give you all a recap of the week I just had. We started off with about 4 bikes and 1 4-wheeled vehicles headed to Concord, North Carolina. The ride there took 2 days. We went about 560, 70 miles, stayed overnight, and then made the final little less than 300 miles the following day. This time, we're going to make this trip. We're going to make it do it all in 1 day. We did that to attend a National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club annual convention. There are a total of 109 chapters in the association or the motorcycle club. And by my count, there was a representative from all clubs except 2. So of the 109 chapters, 107 showed up. And the goal was to discuss club business, talk about the way individual chapters should be operating, recognize some soldiers doing great things, collected money and donated to a charity, a local charity, or someone who's doing good in the neighborhood. Or as they like to say, someone doing good in the hood. There will be somebody who is out there working in a neighborhood that some may consider less desirable. By now, you've probably seen the video where there's a portion of the video where we take a ride to our local charity and present them with a check. It's on the video, so I can say that the check was for $50,000.
There's a lane closure ahead.
Got a chance to go out to a couple of local restaurants, get a good meal. If you know Mad Dog, then you know Mad Dog likes those Thai restaurants. So one of the first restaurants we went to was a Thai restaurant. And then the last day of the trip, I found a good vegan restaurant called Mike's Vegan Grill. I think they have a couple of locations throughout North Carolina. Had one in Concord. And I got a chance to sample a couple of dishes. I had the Carolina hot dog. Also had some tacos. The presentation of the food was very good. The taste was great. And the service was exceptional. The young man who took my order, I initially made my order through DoorDash. And when the food was delivered to the hotel, an item was missing from my order. So I called the restaurant. And when I called the restaurant, the young man told me that he will put my name in for a free combo meal. The next time I visit the restaurant, I can collect it. So I knew that I wasn't going to be back in North Carolina, Charlotte, or any other cities where they have restaurants. Nor I wasn't going to return to those locations anytime soon. So I waited a couple hours and then just rode to the restaurant and picked up the combo. That's how I got a chance to taste the Carolina hot dog and the tacos. Both were exceptional. So if you're ever in the area, Concord, I think he named a couple other cities in the area where there are other Mike's Vegan Grills. If you ever encounter that restaurant, it definitely get 2 thumbs up from me. Even if you don't like vegan food, I think if you go sample that food, the taste is so close to what's normally experienced when you're eating non-vegan meat, so you might not even notice the difference. So keep that in mind the next time you're in Charlotte, Concord, North Carolina. Mike's Vegan Grill. What's up, family? This is stop number 1. On our long journey. Back to the Cajun State. And we're going to make the time we think we need to make we definitely need to limit our time at these rest stops. But in here, in addition to getting some gas, I think I'm gonna go in here and get some electrolytes. I was talking to Easy Rider, and he was talking about how he tried those 5-hour energies and how they work. So I might go get one of them. Since we're gonna be on such a long journey. But I'm gonna let y'all know when we get back on this road heading to the Cajun State. For now, let me top off this pursuit so we can get back to putting miles on. We're riding all Polaris today. 2 pursuits and 1 victory vision. I'll be back, family. All right, family. We're about to get back on this road, making our way to the Cajun State. We're gonna try to get at least 4 hours of riding in before the sun get to its highest point. Got about 2 hours to ride before our next stop. According to the lady in the store, we're probably about 4 or 5 miles from the Georgia state line. So I'm gonna keep this camera rolling until we get there. I can already tell that the sun is definitely starting to come out. I think I see the sign that says welcome to Georgia. Look at that beautiful lake. There it goes, welcome to Georgia. So on the way back, we're gonna take the same path where we go through 6 different states. We started in North Carolina. We're going through South Carolina. We're in Georgia. So we still have Alabama, Mississippi, and we end up in Louisiana. That's 6 states in one day, family. Check out some of this architect in Atlanta.
This is Peabo the Fairweather Rider. This is stop number 2 on this journey to get back to the Cajun State in one day. 850 plus miles, 2 pursuits, 1 victory vision. Things are going great so far. Everyone seems to be upbeat, energetic, and ready to ride. And I'm taking y'all along on this journey to get back to the Cajun State. Stay with me, family. Join me on this journey. Subscribe to the channel and let's grow this channel together. I'll be back. What's up, family? We're back at it on this path to get to the Cajun State. I know it's going to be dark by the time we get home, but we're still making pretty good time. We're going to stop again in 2 hours. So I think that stopping every 2 hours is a good pace for us. So this time I didn't forget. I did get that 5-hour energy. Took it like a shot of whiskey. I didn't realize that even though Propel has those electrolytes in it, drinking that thing made me sleepy. I got another one, but I ain't drinking all this time. I just took a couple sips. I might have to save that till I get home and just go with straight water or Gatorade with electrolytes, or go with just straight Gatorade with electrolytes. You know, that rapid rehydration to make sure I stay hydrated for the ride. But I know that we're not that far from the Alabama border. At least I don't think we are. So I'm just going to let the camera run until we get to the Alabama border. I wonder if that's the Georgia Welcome Center. It's big enough to be. Rebuild, Alabama. State line right there. Are we going to get a welcome to Alabama sign? Sweet home, Alabama?
Welcome to Alabama.
Yep, the GPS just told me, welcome to Alabama. And there we go. Welcome to Sweet Home, Alabama. Even had the name of the governor on the sign. But their welcome center is closed.
I remember passing through this place on the way to Concord. I made a comment about this architecture. Even the bridges up here are well constructed. Some of these roads need some help, for sure. Yep, some of the roads need some help. Riding over all them bumpy roads might be the reason why my tire pressure was low when I got to Concord. I'm about to check it again when I get to the house. We got about 30 minutes before we make our next stop. But for you guys, that time will go by pretty fast. You'll see what I mean.
What's up, family? Fairweather Rider. Stop number 3. On our way to Alexandria, Louisiana, back to the Cajun State. We're gonna go in here. We're probably gonna stay here a few minutes. Get some beverage to rehydrate, gas, maybe some food. Then we're gonna get back on our journey. Call some of the soldiers in Alexandria, see if they want to meet us somewhere. Hey, you hear me through your helmet?
No, I'm here now.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to see if you hear me through your helmet. I tried to turn on the group intercom. And
I didn't hear you.
I was trying to see if you hear me through your helmet.
I didn't have it on.
Yeah, I just turned it on.
He just turned you on.
I just turned it on. I just
you
turned
just turned it on.
Turned on the group intercom.
Do you know your ass was going faster in the curve than you was in the straight?
Was I?
Yes. We were doing over 80 when we was in them curves.
Well, sometimes
Then he
when
got
you're
on,
feeling
then
it
he
in
look.
that curve and that twist.
Then he got on that straight and slowed down. I'm like, everybody was passing. No,
It
that's
said
my
group
gas cut.
terminated. Just now it's a
Yeah.
group intercom terminated.
So I
we was all
turned
three
on
probably
my helmet. So I was trying to see what we all three
Well, he
connected.
was on because I heard when he dropped the thing, I've heard it in a
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just accidentally hit the wrong button, and it said group
First time I
intercom.
heard it say group.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button and it said group intercom. So I was trying to see if I could do it again.
But that was what the one off.
I think I said it was stop number 3. We got one more stop that I think we're gonna bypass and keep heading down I-20.
Take the I-20 West Road. Then merge onto I-20 West.
So we're gonna go I-20 West. Our next stop would have been in Meridian. We were gonna go there and stay overnight. But as I said in the beginning of this ride, we're making such good time, everyone wants to just drive straight on through. I think we're about 70 miles from the Alabama-Mississippi border.
Continue on I-20 West for 105 miles.
So for now, I'm gonna relax, listen to some tunes, and we will be at the Mississippi border before you know it.
One of the main responsibilities that I have as a road captain is to plan the route that we're going to take to get to our destination. This includes planning the stops we're going to make and how long we're going to be at those stops. At the last marathon, the one we just left, I had planned for us to have breakfast there. And in this case, there was a huddle house attached. We went into the huddle house, took our seat, and our waitress walked up to us and and told us that there were two people who had just left the huddle house who was wearing the same jacket and shirt that we were wearing. So I asked the question whether or not they pulled up in a pull me over red pickup, and the lady said yes, it was a red pickup. And then I asked, was it an older gentleman and a lady, and she confirmed that it was. So we asked about Mad Dog and Brown Sugar, and the lady said yes, those were the two. So I'm saying this to let you all know that knowing that they stopped at the same restaurant where we stopped, where I had planned to stop to have breakfast, lets me know that even though we were not traveling together, that they were still following the route that I had planned for all of us to drive or ride to get back to Louisiana. Now, if you've met Mad Dog a couple of times, or at least he's made a couple appearances on my videos. He first appeared when we did the Iron Butt ride from Pineville, Louisiana to El Paso, Texas. He also appeared when we rode to Mansfield, Louisiana to participate in the Black History Month parade. Brown Sugar you haven't seen on the channel before. If you go back and look at the video where we were in North Carolina and I said that the soldiers showed up and showed out, she is an associate member who won Associate of the Year for the Central Frontier. Associate members are those who are members of the club, but they don't ride motorcycles. In this instance, Brown Sugar rode to and from Concord, North Carolina with Mad Dog in his Pull Me Over red pickup truck. Across the border in the Mississippi, family. Just want to interrupt the story to tell you that there are 5 frontiers in the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club. You have the Northeastern Frontier, the Southeastern Frontier, the Great Lakes Frontier, the Central Frontier, and the Western Frontier. So Brown Sugar was the best associate from the Central Frontier for the year 2025. So let's get back to this ride, putting more miles on this Indian pursuit. Just wanted to give y'all a little story to let y'all know that even though they're not riding with us, they're still following the route that I laid out for them as the road captain. What's up, family? Fairweather Rider. Didn't get a chance to turn the camera on before coming into this glove. But as I told y'all, we decided to pass by Meridian and get a little further into Mississippi. So right now we're about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Monroe, Louisiana. We're gonna call some Buffalo Soldiers in Alexandria to see if they want to meet us there. And as you know, it's the Fairweather Rider. I'm putting miles on this Indian pursuit. I'll be back soon. All right, family. About to make this last stretch. One more stop before we get to the house. We made the call. So
Left onto Lake Norris Road.
So we're going to meet up with some soldiers from the Alexandria chapter when we get to Monroe, Louisiana. So one of the annual requirements to remain in good standing with the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club is that you ride 1,500 miles per year. And this has to be 1,500 miles ridden with another soldier. So for those soldiers who don't really get out and ride a lot, since they're going to meet with us in Monroe, they get to count the 9,900 miles to get to Monroe and the 9,900 miles to get back to their house. And depending on where they stay, it could end up being somewhere between 120, 130 miles one way. $1,500 miles is the minimal requirement. When I'm healthy and able to ride, My goal is to ride at least 5,000 to 6,000 miles with soldiers, and do another 3,000 to 4,000 miles by myself. So you all know that my goal for this year is to put 10,000 miles on the pursuit. And by the time I finish this ride, I should be at over 7,000 miles. So that's over 70% of the way to my goal. And I have a few other rides planned this year that's definitely going to put me over the top. So I'm going to go well over that 10,000 miles, maybe even get close to 11. And next year I'm going to try to do even more. Even when I add another motorcycle to the stable, I plan to keep the Pursuit as my long range touring motorcycle. For the next several years. At some point I might replace it, but that's not going to be anytime soon. I'm enjoying this bike too much. So family, we're on our way to Monroe, Louisiana to link up with this soldier who's going to ride back with us. So far we have 2 Indians and a Victory that's on this mission with us, and we're about to pick up a Harley. If I'm not mistaken, he has a Harley Ultra. He has a Harley Street Glide Ultra with the 103 Milwaukee 8. We'll be there in about an hour, but once again, for you guys, it'll only be a few minutes. I'll see you when we get there. Fairweather Rider, put miles on this Indian Pursuit.
Every time I see this bridge, I know that I'm about to cross the border into the Cajun state. For some reason, the state line is located in the center of the bridge. And when we get past this bridge, I know that we will be in the 6th state of our 6-state journey. We started in Concord, North Carolina, went through South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and we're going to end this ride here in the Cajun state. Once we cross the border into Louisiana, I know that I'm about 150 to 170 miles from Monroe, and Monroe, Louisiana is where we're going to meet the Buffalo Soldier who rode up to meet us. Then we're going to take that 100+ mile ride right into Alexandria. The city right before Alexandria is Pineville, Louisiana. So you're going to start to see some of the soldiers with us start to break off in Pineville, where they live, and I'm going to ride straight on into Alexandria, where I live. To be honest with you, family, after that 5-hour energy start to kick in, I feel like I can ride for another 4 or 5 hours. Maybe next time, if we take this ride, I'm going to recommend to the soldiers that we add that additional 150+ miles and turn this into an iron butt. In order to do that, all we had to do was, instead of stopping in Monroe, we could have went straight up to Shreveport, which added about another 70 miles or so, and then from Shreveport took that 9,900-mile ride back to Alexandria. That would have put us over the amount of miles we needed for an iron butt. We didn't do it this time because we did not plan for it, and we did not take the steps necessary to prove that we did the 1,000 miles in one day. Next year, the soldiers are going to take a trip to Tampa, Florida for the National Convention. And when we go to Tampa, Florida, either going or coming back, I'm going to recommend that we add a few more miles so that we can turn the trip into an iron butt. You also get a patch from the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club if you complete 1,000 miles. So we could end up with 2 patches, one from the Iron Butt Association and the other from the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club. I'm gonna gas up one last time, fam. And we're gonna make this final stretch to Alexandria. Alright, fam. Taco Bell over there. Circle K, Carlo K3. That's Easy Rider. That's someone new right there. That's Shaw Dog. This is Harley Davidson over there. That goes Harley Davidson Ultra. 3-guide Ultra. There's a 103. Sweet sound. This camera right here. Almost dead. I just wanted to give y'all an update, let y'all know where we are. We're almost in Alexandria, fam. I'll get back with y'all later. What's up, family? We are just about at the house. And when I get to the house, I'm gonna go ahead on and close out this video. What's up, family? Peabo the Fairweather Rider. Just got back from this trip to Concord, North Carolina. I've already kind of told y'all about some of the things that happened during the trip. It's an opportunity for Buffalo Soldiers from all 109 chapters to get together to talk business and discuss the way forward, direction of the organization. Just put almost 1,800 miles on the Indian Pursuit, so I'm well on my way to getting that 10,000 miles for the year that I told y'all about. Stay with me, fam. Thank y'all for joining me on my journey. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so that you'll know when I upload videos, and leave me a comment and a like. But most importantly, the best way you can support the channel for absolutely no cost to you is just to hit that subscribe button. So remember, you've already purchased that bike. If you like it the way you say you like it, put some miles on it. Fairweather Rider, until next time, I'm out.